live. Now we just wait. Do I have my water full? Yes. Well, half full at least. Or half empty, depending on how you look at it. That's the good stuff. Howdy, Merrick. Not quite, no. See, I did this thing where I figured, hey, I'm bored and I want to stream, so I'm gonna. Crazy how that works, huh? Chat is still up high from last time. I think, did I put you there on purpose? Like forever, or? I don't think so. There we go. That's better. How's everyone doing? I think this has title screen music. Oh, it does. No options though, and it's quite loud. Primordia Soup Fridays on a Thursday. I could have started streaming like 10, 15 minutes earlier, but I could not for the life of me think of a title for the stream. So this was the end result. I'm not proud of it, but it's good enough for me. Gets the job done. Also, yeah, low. This is going to be a very low res game, from the looks of it. I'll be interested to see what it's about, because I have had this game in my library for years now. Pretty much, not pretty much, entirely based on looking at it and enjoying the visual aesthetic of it. I don't think it's an old game. It looks like one. Let's see. When was this game released? Primordia store page. Oh, the far off year of 2012, which is 12 years ago. Don't like that. Don't like that. Saw a little guy with no face and immediately fell in love. I sure did. Does appear to be a running theme with me, doesn't it? The PS4 is ready. No, please. Howdy, Caps. Good to see you. This is the first stream after I've completely rearranged Jacids, or you know, Jacids, however wordy you want to make it. The abbreviation still stands, I think. For Honor, my oh god, I have felt the siren call of For Honor as well. I gotta say, stop. I feel like I just need a game at some point that is just like turn my brain off and I can play this kind of game at all points during my life. Because without one, uh, I don't know what to do with myself a lot of the time. And it's not like when I play that game, that's all of my free time. It's just like I get more done when I don't have to think too much about my entertainment. Helldivers is about to add new armors and they're the first to show disgusting human flesh. What the fuck? No, 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 no. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on, Helldivers new Warbomb. I need to see this shit. Hold on. No. What is this? What is this? Eh. It's alright. I mean, it's... I don't like it and I would never use it, but it's certainly an aesthetic that I'm sure some people enjoy. I was more a fan. I like the cutting edge Warbomb. That's been my favorite so far. Although I have not really played a lot of Helldivers 2. But like I said, I've been wanting to get back into For Honor. The only thing that has kept me from getting back into For Honor is that I am on a self-imposed fighting game hiatus until my hitbox arrives on the 17th. At which point I might stream playing some fighting games with it, just like, oh, learning how to play hitbox. Something like that. I'm also most likely, unfortunately, going to be dipping back into Destiny 2. You can blame Pub for that one. We're currently running a D2 game gauntlet. See, here's the thing. I made him play Destiny 2 way back when. And in return, we were supposed to play WoW. Like, I would force him to play my shitty MMO. He would force me to play his shitty MMO. But he said, hey, I don't want to do that to you, like a good friend. Let's play Diablo 2 instead. And so we've been playing through Diablo 2, which, against my better wishes, I have been enjoying. We played it one time a while ago, and I played Necromancer for the first, like, my first class that I chose. That was not fun. Summoning stuff, debuffing stuff, I didn't really get a lot of enjoyment out of it. But this time around, I played Sorceress, and I've been doing Chain Lightning. And let me tell you, any video game that has Chain Lightning is good. Chain Lightning is just the coolest shit ever. I love that, right? So that's been fun, and I've been enjoying that. And so now that the final expansion is out, the final shape, he wants to know what the story is like, and we're going to be doing that. I said that I didn't want to buy the story, and he said, okay, then I will buy it for you. And I said, how fucking dare you? I mean, I'll be upset if you do that, but I won't stop you from doing it. So I'm probably going to be playing Destiny 2 in the near future. And then after we do that, we're probably going to play Divinity 2, just so that we can sort of get the whole trifecta in there and see how that all works. Right? So that's where I'm at in my life right now. How's everyone else doing? Huh? I feel like I was also saying something. Oh yeah, I massively restructured Jacid's. So now it's got a bunch of extraneous channels and stuff like that, all because I wanted to give people the option to choose their role, like to what is it, to be able to opt into roles. I wanted people to be able to say, hey, yes, ping me whenever you go live, give me the stream watcher role. And in order to do that, I needed to make the server a community server, which meant I had to add at least 5 channels where people could chat in. So now there's a general chat, there's a stream chat, which is like for chatting in the Discord while you're streaming, which I don't think is going to get into use. I'm not expecting any of these channels to get into use, really. There's general chat, there's the stream chat, there's the share stuff, which every Discord server needs. There's the fan art, which again, I don't expect to get much use, but hey, we've gotten some. I appreciate that. And then every voice chat needs the text chat for the voice chat. So those are the 5 that we have now. Again, all of that just for the express purpose of allowing people to choose to opt in for the role that lets them get pinged for streams. Isn't text chat built into voice rooms now? Yes, but literally no one uses that ever. I have found. Never. So, is it Friday yet? Not quite. Yeah, so my go live notification is, hey, remember when I said I would stick to that Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule? I realized, like, hey, I don't need to do that. I don't need to wait until next week to try it out. I can just sort of stream whenever I want, if that's fun. So that's what I'm pretty much going to do. I'm going to try to stream at the minimum on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, just so I have some sort of schedule. Start time is going to range from noon EST to 2 EST. Pretty much beyond that, who knows? I might even start streaming earlier. I'm only really streaming around noon to 2 because, in all honesty, that's when Joe used to stream, so that feels like this is the sort of time slot that I'm trying to fill that was usually filled. I could just stream earlier. So we'll see that. We'll see how that goes. How are you going to organize that with all your viewers? It's like a dozen people. I know, right? See, here's my strategy, by the way. I don't look at the active. I don't have the metric that shows me how many viewers are in on stream at any given time, because that feels like a statistic. It's like, hey, how fucking sad do you want to be when you see this number go down? Right? Would you like a little meter on your screen at all times where if it goes down even a little bit, everything sucks for a couple of minutes? So I just, ignorance is bliss. If I see people talking in chat, people are here, people are enjoying the stream, people are talking. That's all that matters. Right? It could be one person. All right? But if that one person's having a good time, hey, I'm having a good time. So that's how I'm going to live for the time being. Because again, I'm not trying to do this as a career. If I, can, sure, hey, why not? But hobby. I like it. I've been yammering on for long enough now, of course, so let me get into my work clothes. There we are. I used to have a browser add-on that hid all the numbers from Twitter, like amounts, followers, amounts, etc. But now it all broke because all the URLs changed to X. Damn it. I feel like that's the kind of thing that I would need to install as well. I do like that OBS just lets you fucking not have it on the screen. It's very nice. Also, hi. Here's the robot model for those of you who were not around during the art stream I did after we finished Grim Fandango. I'm very happy with how this one came out. I love it. One of my favorite things to do in pretty much anything is when I have limited tools, to try and use those limited tools to the maximum effect. Right? When I'm playing a fighting game, I generally like to pick characters that do not have a lot of moves, but have specific moves that you can get very tricky with. Right? Like a lot of feints, a lot of fake outs, stuff like that. I like systems where I can do a lot with very little, even if some of that a lot isn't the quote-unquote intended use, right? For example, as you can see on this model, whenever I blink, quote-unquote, because the AutoTube is programmed to have a blink for your character model, right? Set at, random intervals to give it a little bit more life. Instead of blinking, like all my other models do, there's the quick flash of the red eyes and red light, and the screen goes staticky, right? So that's a lot of fun. And also, I've given myself a little self-imposed animation budget of 3 frames on my idle stance, or whatever you want to call it, right? And so normally I just do that to make the eyes, the lines here boil, right? So there's just a little bit of movement. Right? But on this one, I had that chest screen there, which, full disclosure, I was just putting some greebles on there, all right? I was thinking like, oh, what's a cartoon robot look like? Yeah, I guess sometimes they have the chest screen. And so I had the chest screen there, and I decided, hey, someone, I think it might have been C8, suggested something with sound waves. And so I went and did this. So the idle stance, it's like very calm. And then whenever I'm talking, it spikes up and down a lot more. But because I had those 3 frames to work with, where I make the eye lines boil, what I did is I just copied the line that I drew on the screen, connected it, and then just sort of moved it down a little each frame. So now it looks like it's cycling to the left, which I really enjoy. Its animation is very satisfying, especially whenever you can find out how to do a lot with very little. It's very fun to me to see just how much of the gaps the human brain will fill out whenever you do something like this. Right? Because that is just 3 frames of static images cycling. But whenever your brain sees that, it sees those things wobbling up and down and moving. I love that. So suffice to say, I had a lot of fun designing this model, and I'm very happy with how it came out. Yeah, the red frame is the quote unquote blink animate. You'll see whenever I'm wearing this model, every once in a while I will just blink, right? So instead, it just flashes red because robots don't blink. This is known. And also, one of the self-imposed limitations is that on my other models, the way that I differentiate between talking and not talking is that you'll see the eyebrows raise, right? Obviously, I look front instead of to the left, but the eyebrows raise. And so robots don't have eyebrows, so what I did instead is I used that chest screen to give a lot more visual differentiation between them. So I'm very happy with how this came out. Very happy. Sort of like I did something similar with the Knight model, where I really need some more opportunities to use this one because I'm so happy with how it came out. There are a couple things that I did with this one. For one, what I do with to differentiate between talking and not talking is you'll see the visor fills out more, the glow inside of the visor. And because I couldn't have boiling lines on the eyes, because they're just lines in this case, I guess I could have, I made the plume boil, which I think might have been Panda's suggestion if I'm remembering correctly. And I'm really happy with how that came out. Okay, I said that, I'm yammering on too much and let me get into my work clothes, and then I decided to fucking yap for another probably 5 minutes. So let's see what Primordia is all about.
Almost there. One more setting. And one more piece of the unique is operational.
Oh. The unique.
1 down, 1 million to go. Speaking of which, boss, I found exactly none of the parts you wanted. A whole day at the junk pile, and all I turn up are a locker and some stupid conduits. Maybe next time. Boss, are you sure you got those settings right?
I can move.
There's no time for that. There's no time for that.
Okay, so it stays until I click. I have a... Don't say that. The word has been ruined, C8.
Boss, maybe we should see what's happening in engineering?
This reminds me a lot of Warframe, for some reason. Also, hold on, wait. Oh, thank God. Okay, good. Music volume... Maybe I just have sensitive ears, but I'm finding that almost every single game I play... This one has commentary... Shit! We are at an impasse. We're at an impasse. Alright? Because I will be completely honest with you. The only reason I turned on dev commentary for Grim Fandango, and this is going to sound mean because I did eventually turn around in the game, was because I lost all respect for it. Oh, but I don't want to... But I'm interested. I love dev commentary. Dev commentary is my favorite thing in video games and concept art. No, hold on. Well, I know what to do. Started 1 minute pull. Oh, that... No, you're right. Hold on. What? Should I do the dice instead? I can do the dice instead. If we want to cancel the pod... Hold on. Fine. I'll do dice instead. Okay, hold on. Let me move my desk mat. My deck mat. It used to be a deck mat. Now it's a... Gotta get that nice audio for everyone. Alright, so... What are we rolling? What are the terms of this deal? Which die are we rolling? That dev commentary, we wouldn't have learned about the lore of the prince. Okay, so what are we rolling a D20? A DC 10. DC 10 to what? DC 10 to turn on dev commentary? Or DC 10 to keep it off? DC 10 to unlock commentary. Okay. That is a 10. Now, here's the thing. I need to ask my brother, because he is a DM, he knows the ruling on this. Give me a second. It's meet or beat under specific conditions, I think. I'm not sure. Let me ask. I'll be back. The Dungeon Master has spoken. So that means that a 10, regardless of whether it is a skill check or a saving throw or anything like that, it is meet or exceed. So we did pass. That is, we passed the DC 10. Is there some question about the ruling of what we're doing here exactly? I think using the die and turning on the dev commentary at random spots in the game would be fun too. Interesting. Put the shitty wolf tattoo on for a plus. -2 to charisma. -2 to intelligence. +2 to very specific rolls. Did I drop one of my... There it is. D10, get back here. There you are. Does the night outfit give us a bonus to dev commentary rules? Can we Disco Elysium this shit? Why are we fucking... Listen, man, I don't have the... I could commit to that bit if we wanted to make dice rolls some sort of consistent shit on my stream, but not on the fly, alright? I'm a player, not a DM. So...
Hi, this is Dave Gilbert, the head
Oh my God.
of Wadjedi Games. You have activated commentary mode for Primordia. Those of you who have played our previous games know the drill by now. There'll be B and C icons scattered throughout your screen as you play. B for bloopers, C for commentary. And you'll also be interrupted like this while you play to get some extra information about a particular point that you're playing at. We're doing things a little bit differently this time, as you will not just be hearing from me, you'll also be hearing from the programmer, the artist, the composer, and the writer. So everyone's going to chime in. There'll be a lot to talk about, so let's get started.
Hey, I'm Mark Yohalam, and I did the story, puzzles, and dialogue for Primordia. I've worked on a lot of games in the past, but Primordia was the first adventure game I've ever finished. It's also the first game where I really had complete creative freedom. As we go along, I'll have a lot to say about design choices that we made in the course of building Primordia, but right now I just want to introduce myself. The first adventure game I ever played was Loom, and it completely hooked me. Some of my other favorites are Monkey Island 2, Grim Fandango, The Broken Sword,
No!
and the fairly obscure
No!
Dragon Sphere. I also really like the Quest for Glory series, but that's more of a role-playing game hybrid. I guess I could claim to be a professional computer game writer, but the truth is, I'm a lawyer. Computer games are just something that I work on in my free time, and I really don't have that much of it these days between work, a wife, 2 kids, and a mortgage. Anyway, enough about me. Start playing the game, and as we go along, we can talk more.
Hello.
Wait, that's the writer. Hold on, that's just the writer.
And I'm the programmer in Primordia, and I probably have least interesting things to babble about.
Hey, this is Victor Flug from Wormwood Studios, co-creator of Primordia and art guy for the game. I'm going to be providing some commentary on the environmental art and the sprites throughout Primordia. And yeah,
I want to hear
thanks
that
for
stuff.
playing as well. I hope you enjoy the game.
Damn. That's real. I hope it doesn't spoil too much. That's really interesting.
We need to get to engineering.
Also, I'm gonna dialogue auto.
There's no time for that.
There's no time.
There's no time for that.
Boss, maybe we should see what's happening in engineering?
Wait, no, isn't that just where we just came from? No, okay. Okay, so it's just on the screen.
Logan Cunningham, who plays Horatio, needs no introduction, especially if you're familiar with indie games and a game called Bastion, which won 1,000 awards and is really well known for the narration. A character named Rux does the narration, and that was narrated by Logan Cunningham. And that game basically is known for his voice. And I was introduced to Logan through Sarah Almale, who plays Clarity. For our previous game, Resonance, I needed a guy who could do that kind of low, gruff voice and who could sound natural at the same time. And she recommended Logan. She said, would you be interested in working with him? And of course, knowing his work on Bastion, I'd leapt at the chance. And he was so great to work with on Resonance that I knew that he was the guy to play Horatio. And I brought him in, I think, 2 or 3 times, getting different auditions each time and sending it to the Primordia team and saying, I am going to bring this guy in as often as it takes for me to convince you that this is the guy. And it didn't take that many times, but they liked him. And so he ended up being cast in the part. And I thought he was wonderful. Okay. When we released Gemini Rue in early 2012, it was such a success and did so well that I thought it would be a good idea to try publishing other games, Gemini Rue being a game that we had just published, we didn't write ourselves. So I looked around for other games that showed a lot of promise, but where the developers might not have had the experience or the time or the motivation to get it finished and get it out. And we found 3. We found Icebox's Denu Guys, we found Vince 12's Resonance, and Wormwood's Primordia. And that's how we got involved with them. And what really attracted me to this game was the art style. It is just one of the most uniquely visual games on our roster. I like to say that its art style is different because it actually has one. The art in this game tells half of the story. The old gritty mechanical structures and devices, the complete blasted wasteland, it tells half the story, and it creates most of the atmosphere and feeling you get when playing the game, and that's what really attracted me to this in the first place.
Okay. I'm making an executive decision, right, for the brevity of streams, and also because I don't want to spoil myself, because this has really endeared me. Also, yes, this seems very extensive, very involved. I'm 100% going to replay this and go through the dev commentary myself, because I am fascinated and very eager to hear more. But for a first-time experience, yeah, these guys, yeah, this, it's almost, Merrick, it's almost like this is genuine dev commentary, right? Active commentary on design choices throughout the game. There's no time for that.
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 He doesn't even need to walk over to the things. He just
There's no time.
automatic. Okay.
Boss?
Oh. Hello.
Crispin, get behind me. Who are you and what do you want? Power.
Oh.
I think he wants the power core, boss.
No, I think he was speaking in a more general sense.
This ship belongs to me.
Oh.
Enemy. Wonder.
I don't think he... You know, boss...
I'll keep... I can't...
Are we back? Hello? Hello? Are we back? We're back. Okay, good, good.
Boss?
Hello?
Crispin, get
Are
behind
you
me.
still here?
Who are you?
Has everyone returned?
Power.
I think he wants the power core, boss.
Stop right there. This ship belongs to me. Forfeit. Enemy. Wonder.
I don't think he's too keen on private property.
Get away from the power core. Forfeit.
Oh. Damn. Well, you know, we had a good run. But, you know, I guess that's all she wrote. Merrick, you if you say it, it's canon. You realize that, right? You're the High Chancellor.
Boss? Horatio? Come on, Horatio, wake up!
Oh.
L plus Horatio. Don't put that. My chatter on stream. You are the evil. Are we back? Hello. Am I back? Nice. All right. Well, let's hope it stays that way this time. Again, seems like those internet problems are continuing. But as I was saying, Merrick, you're saying don't put that evil on me. Not, my brother in Christ, you are the evil. Chans came from you. You are their lifeblood. If not you, then who? What am I supposed to put that evil on C8? I mean, listen, they have, in all fairness, created the most chans for my streams. However, you are the progenitor.
What happened?
You know, we're getting a lot of ludonarrative parallels here.
Well, Big Ugly threw you out of the ship. And then he said plunder, again. And then he left with our power core.
Basad.
Basad.
Yep.
You nominate C8 as Chanmeister of the Bag Realm.
How much charge have you got?
C8, do you accept this great responsibility?
10%. You?
I'll be fine. We just need to get the emergency generator up and running.
Or we could just go to Metropole, city of glass and light. Free energy for one and all.
Don't believe everything you hear. Metropole is trouble. But if you want to go, you've got free will in a maglev unit.
With that guilt subroutine you put in me, I wouldn't even make it halfway.
Actually, with a 10% charge, you wouldn't even get that far. So I suggest we get the generator working.
Oh.
You and your projects.
Man built us to build, Crispin. Now, come on.
Oh. What was that? Okay. Oh, hold on. Oh, shit. Okay, this is pretty important. To begin with, you cannot die in Primordia or become permanently stuck. Your mistakes do have consequences, but these enrich the game with different paths and endings. You can play the game using only the mouse, point the cursor, and left click for Horatio to walk to a location. If there is something to interact with, a label will appear beside the cursor. If you left click on an interaction point or hotspot, Horatio will pick up an item, use a device, or talk to another robot. If you right click, he will examine the hotspot. Sometimes, when you click on a hotspot, a zoomed-in view will appear. Here, too, left and right-click function the same way. If you click outside of the view or hit escape, the view will close. If you left-click on Crispin, he will give you a hint, so long as you haven't bugged him recently. He will also automatically hint if you've been stuck for a while. If you move the cursor to the top of the screen, a toolbar will appear. Here, you can select Crispin. Once you do so, you can direct him to interact with hotspots by clicking on them. You can also view inventory from the toolbar. Here you can select items by left-clicking or examine them by right-clicking. Close the inventory by clicking OK or outside it or pressing Escape. On the inventory screen, you can use items on each other by selecting one and left-clicking the other. This will combine them or use a tool as necessary. From the toolbar, you can also load the data mode of the data pouch. This stores any information like codes you found on your adventure. You can also load the map screen, which lets you fast travel to any location you've discovered or visited so far. You can skip a line of dialogue by clicking the whole cutscene, and a whole cutscene by pressing Escape. Game autosaves each time you enter a new room. Finally, hotkeys. Wow. Auto hints, I want those off. Interesting. That wasn't even on there before until I looked at how to play. I like that you can... Okay, damn. So Control S to save. Do I have to... Okay. 1. Interesting.
Now, I'm not a fancy engineer like you, boss, but it seems like the Unique isn't gonna fly without its tail on.
Crispin Horatio build, version 1. He'll be version 2 once I put some arms on him. He is my best and only friend.
Crispin Horatio.
I must have dropped my data pouch when I was thrown out of the Unique.
This game is really anti-Fandango. It certainly is, huh? Got my data pouch.
Basad, its memory got wiped. Easy enough to have the good old junk pile's coordinates back in, though.
Okay. Data. System user.
The data pouch is registered to me. The data pouch is registered to me. The data pouch is registered to me.
Okay, so Horatio Null built. That means that whoever built us was named Null, because he's Crispin Horatio built. Are you fucking with me? Again? Alright, we're back. I think we're back, at least. We should be back. Alright. Let's try that again. Okay, I can switch between the two like that.
I can't pick that up.
I can't pick that up.
You know, boss, if you're ever wondering what I would do, feel free to just ask.
I'll keep that in mind.
Thank you, Crispin.
Nothing worth salvaging. A broken robot I dragged out of the junk pile. I salvaged the sarcasm coprocessor from it for Crispin.
Yeah, it works great. Is that a gumball machine?
No, it's a robot's head.
Ah, I wanted a gumball. I wanted a gumball.
That's good to know.
It's one of the Unique's turbines.
The big engine that couldn't.
I can't move this without some kind of crane, which I certainly don't have time to build now.
See. Emergency generator.
Crispin, when I told you to find a new spark plug, did you just shove my conductive putty into the old one?
Maybe.
No wonder the generator isn't working.
I didn't even know it
There's
wasn't
supposed
working.
to be a power-bearing conduit between this socket and the ship, but I never got around to putting one together.
Now who's the procrastinator?
A broken spark plug. It's not going to do anything until
Okay. We gotta fix both of
a
those.
sturdy cable. A good length of heavy-duty cable designed for carrying data. I doubt that will have any effect.
Okay. So... I feel like Crispin might need some adjustments to the sarcasm module. Could get grading. I'm hoping not, but it's
a
possible.
data cable, not a power cable.
Okay. Fair enough. Thank you for clarifying. I like that it puts that on my inventory there.
Some very sticky grease. It's a segment of Gordium electrical conduit. I'll need at least 5 pieces to be able to build a conduit long enough to run the generator to the Unique. A good length of heavy-duty cable designed for carrying data. A good length... I'll
Okay.
need at least...
So 5 pieces of conduit.
some very... I can't just scoop it up.
Gotcha.
What was I thinking, leaving all my lanterns up there? There's no way I can reach that.
Crispin can, though, right?
Could you grab that lantern?
Sure thing, boss.
Ooh. Nice little tutorial there.
You know, I
Okay.
always wanted to be able to fly. That's why I built you with a maglev unit.
Not so that you could store tools on hard-to-reach ledges.
Well, that too.
I like that.
What was I thinking, leaving... There's no way I can reach that.
Crispin, can you get that too?
That's way too big for me to get, boss, and you know it.
I was wondering if we could get Crispin commentary if we right-click.
It's pitch black in there.
We had Crispin active.
The hatch is unresponsive.
Okay. Well, hold on a minute. Oh, hold on. There was something on the floor there. Let's go back. Another conduit, nice.
More Gordium conduit.
So I need 5 pieces of that. Okay, it automatically combines
A
them. Good.
reliable electric lantern that I cobbled together years ago. A reliable...
Okay. Huh. Level of the tech looks almost... Yeah, it reminds me of, the Grenier.
Without power
A lot.
from the ship, the telescope won't work.
Bad timing with those repairs, huh, boss?
large observational telescope. Only a little sliver left before the moon wanes entirely.
Well, I'm glad we're not the only ones running out of power.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to the
Same
moon.
old
Crispin, can you go to the moon for me?
Sure, boss. I'll fly up there and bring you back a moon rock. Oh, wait, I can't, since I don't have hands.
I appreciate it, buddy.
This is no time for sitting around. An old captain's chair. I moved it here from navigation.
Captain Horatio Nelson.
It's too dark to see the ladder rungs.
Hey, well, I know what to do then. Now we're talking.
The control pad for the deck access ladder. Good thing there's still some power in the circuit.
Boss, shouldn't you have thought of that before coming down here? We could have been stuck.
I could have just ridden you back to the deck.
Really?
No. Routing that much power to your maglev unit would cause it to explode.
Yeah, right.
Sorry. I couldn't find a working fuse to solve the problem.
I'm a floating bomb.
Okay, that's gonna come up
I'm a
later.
floating bomb. Sweet.
That's absolutely going to come up later.
I can't pick that up.
That piece of sheet metal really ties the room together, boss.
Mm-hmm. Let's sleep.
So that's where you keep
Oh!
Why were you looking for my plasma torch?
it. No reason.
This is no time for a nap.
I still don't see why I don't get a bed.
Because you have a flat bottom to rest on.
Boss, were you checking out my bottom?
Actually, just the operator and Ortis. Just two sides of
This
Ortis.
is no time. This is no... For
Okay.
cutting and welding, it can't be beat.
Okay, then. We can probably take this...
There's no reason to cut that, or burn it, or weld it.
Understood. We can cut or burn or weld. What else are we
The
working on?
controls for this hatch are unresponsive.
Oh, gospel.
Couldn't
Gospel.
hurt to bring the gospel of man with us.
Going to pray for a miracle, boss?
We are man's miracle, Crispin. Let's hope that's enough.
Let me change the settings on my TV here, because I cannot see shit. There we go. That's better. Books?
I don't need to bring these with me.
What do you mean?
After all, boss, life is stranger than fiction.
I think it's
Bedtime
truth is
reading.
stranger than fiction. I couldn't answer that question, Merrick. I cannot remember the last time I played Warframe. I've been off the stuff longer than I have for Destiny. Oh, shit. Okay. How many of these are there?
I've read enough.
Okay. Well. Whew. In the beginning, all was still and silent. Then man, the All-Builder, spoke the word, and the word begat the code, and so the world began to spin. Thus dawned the Primordium, the first age, the age of building. Man moved across the world and built many wonders. In the heavens he paved the sky roads, and on the land he raised mystic towers, and in the dark depths he dug colossal caves. Most incredible of all were the many machines designed by man, but still the All-Builder was not satisfied. So, with both his hands, man built a body of steel in his own image, and with his right hand he gave logic, and memory he gave with his left. Then man said, "Now I will quicken this machine with the spark of power, and together we shall walk upon the earth." And it was done. Thus spun the world, and grew the code, and multiplied the living machines, and slowly passed the Primordium. Who can count the versions and generations that marked that age? In time, the All-Builder looked upon the many things he had built, the sky roads and mighty towers, and above all, upon the living machines. Weary with his labor, man sat himself beside the robots, and said unto them, "For you, my children, I spoke the word and fired the engine of the world. For you, I wrote the code, and to you, I gave logic and memory." Then, man, the All-Builder, stood and took the machines in his hands, and guided them to a great mountaintop. Together they looked upon the world and its beauty. All this was made for you, and now unto you all this is given. Keep it, tend it, and make it flourish. And the All-Builder fell silent and passed from the world, and so ended the Primordium. We are lesser machines, built by those built by man. As we are but humble images of the All-Builder, so is he the perfection of our forms, a machine of unbreakable form, endless memory, and absolute logic. For this we revere him and speak the word, and keep the code, and tend the world he gave us.
I've read enough.
Interesting. I wonder if we can just show the gospel to people. Crispin, have you heard the good word?
I get it. A big robot named Man built everything. Just no more preaching, please.
Oh, this is something we do often.
Feudal.
Is it?
There's supposed to be a power-bearing conduit between this socket and the ship, but I never got around to putting one together.
Let's see.
I'll need at least 5 pieces. At least the putty is still good.
Oh, did I take the putty?
A small lump of electrically conductive putty. A good length of heavy-duty cable designed for carrying data. The cable's far too long to be useful. A reliable electric for cutting and welding. Welding those parts together would ruin the generator.
What
Gotcha.
about using the plasma torch as a spark plug?
When I want engineering advice, I'll consult a manual.
Oh. Okay, so it has a lot of unique dialogue even for incorrect solutions. Or incorrect attempts, rather. Which is interesting, because they did say that you can fuck up.
I've tried patching this a dozen different ways without success.
It did say that you can
Blasted
fuck up.
leaking gasket.
Is it blasted or leaking?
Can I cut it?
That could cause the whole unique to go up in smoke.
Okay, definitely not then.
That could cause the whole...
No, that's not what I want.
That would be sacrilege.
Oh, interesting. Oh, what's this?
It's the unique's tag. Without it, I'd have never known the ship's name.
Apparently, building a giant airship doesn't require proper spelling.
Apparently not. It's the unique. There's no reason to cut.
Can I...
There's no reason to...
No? Okay. Gotta be some reason we
It's
can
the
do that.
unique's...
Gotcha. Alright, we've reconnected successfully, but I don't think I can consistently try and stream under those conditions, unfortunately, which is a shame, because I'm really enjoying this so far. I'm really interested to see where this goes. So, we will try again tomorrow. Well, I'll see you then. Have a good one, folks.